To all of those I've crushed on before. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alonia, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. In honor of Valentine's Day, I will be doing a To All of Those I've Crushed on Before. The original person who did this video was Deb Smeichel, I think that's how you say her name. I have a special guest. Special guest, say hi.
Hi.
Special guest, what is your name?
Alexandra Martin Pierre.
Okay, a government. Alexandra has been here for almost every single one of these people that I sent this to. To start off, there is an introduction. It says, to those I've crushed on before. Hey guys, so funny to have you all here. If you're getting this, congrats, I had a crush on you. This is for a YouTube video, as you may assume, and you will be anonymous, of course. All you have to do is respond to some silly little questions and be honest. If you don't want to, go to hell. Nah, just playing. Shoot me a DM so I can adjust accordingly. Love, not really, Alonia. To go into the questions, we have, what's your name? Did you know I liked you? If you knew, how'd you know? Did you ever like me? Rate my personality 1 through 10. Number 1 being, boo, you stink. Or number 10, you rock. Yeah! Yeah! Rate my appearance. And we have a nice little scale here. First impression of me, a memory of us together. Something you don't like about me. How weird was this? And finally, any final remarks. So, I met Quarantine during quarantine, COVID. And,
That's what you're calling him?
The crush didn't last very long based on some events that followed afterwards, but it's fine. What is your name? Quarantine. Did you know I liked you? He said kinda sorta. Okay. If you knew, how'd you know? Spill the deets. He says, you either told me or it was obvious. I don't remember. I don't think I made it too obvious. What do you mean Did you ever like me? He said kinda did. Wait, I don't remember this. Rate my personality. He said a 4. He said a 4. I don't think I have a 4-worthy personality. Rate my appearance. He said First of all, I am not an First impression of me. Hot Cheeto girl. The time that I met Quarantine, I was in a different phase of my life. A memory of us together. You joining Blank's wedding thing as Brittany bitch. A friend group that I was once in was having a Zoom wedding, cause why not? And invitations and everything were sent out, and at this time I was kicked out of said group chat. When it came time for does anybody object, I said that I did, and I turned on my camera and everybody was shocked because I was wearing white. It was kind of a gag because nobody could believe that I was there. Something you don't like about me. He said sensitivity. That's valid. How weird was this? He said I don't care. That's nice. Okay. And then finally, any final remarks? He said you should become a hot Cheeto girl again. I hope you have a good life, Quarantine. A little backstory about Zodiac. We went to middle school together, and we had a similar group of friends, so we would talk quite often, and then I invited them to my birthday party. When I asked about pursuing something more, they went poof, gone, vanished, along with my XXXTentacion shirt and my red sweatpants that I love dearly that I have not gotten back to this day. What's your name? Zodiac. Did you know I liked you? They said yeah. Okay. If you knew, how did you know? You told me. Did you ever like me? They said kinda did. Rate by personality, they said a 8. An 8 is pretty good. That's pretty good in my opinion. Rate my appearance, they said, okay, she kinda fine. I like when people call me attractive. First impression of me, she cool. That's a basic answer. A memory of us together. Your birthday. Okay, something you don't like about me. I said didn't get to know you enough, sorry. Side eye. This was the person that made me hate Libras. This was the person. How weird was this? They said, girl, what the fuck is this? Any final remarks? Treated you like shit, for real, so I do apologize. I just talk so badly about them and then they apologize. Next up, we have Christmas. So, I met Christmas back in elementary school. Alex, you should know this one very well.
Oh!
He was a very nice boy. However, my said best friend on the phone had a crush on him too. And we almost fell out just for him to go around and have a crush on somebody else. Me and Christmas sat in a empty classroom together and we talked. I confessed my feelings to said Christmas, and Christmas basically said, okay, I'm gonna need to get back to you. What's your name? Christmas. Did you know I liked you? He said kinda sorta. Okay. You knew, how'd you know? I remember people telling me you were interested in me, but at the same time, I think you were the only one I had suspicions of. Did you ever like me? He said no. Wow. Rate my personality. He said an 8. Okay. I like an 8. A solid 8. Rate my appearance. He said cute, I guess. That's reasonable since he said that he didn't like me. I know childhood me is probably crying and throwing up somewhere. First impression of me. He said, well, you seem to be very go-getter's attitude. I mean, that's true. At the time, I was very busy. Kind of like how I am now. I was booked and busy back then. I was busy. A memory of us together. He says, I remember you didn't talk to me one time after I sat...
That's
I remember you didn't talk to me one time after I sat next to blank on the bus for the teacher's planning field trip, and I remember how I felt bad that I made you upset. Quick story time. In elementary school, we had a field trip to Universal, and on the way to Universal, I sat next to Christmas on the bus, and then on the way home from Universal, Christmas and a said friend of mine at the time wanted to sit next to each other on the way home, and that day it started raining very hard, so we got onto the bus. It was cold, I was wet, and I saw said friend sitting in my spot on the bus, and I just cried. I ignored both of them and I cried. My mom asked me how the trip was, and I said I don't want to talk about it right now. And she got mad at me and she yelled at me. Something you don't like about me. Ooh. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You're very stern, which is good because you're not a pushover and you refuse to let idiots boss you around. But you can be a little too stern and it becomes more of a stubborn, but everyone has their faults, including me. You seem to be cool in every other aspect, though. I appreciate him saying that I'm not a pushover, because I'm not a pushover. I used to be a pushover. I'm not anymore. How weird was this? He said I had fun. And then, any final remarks? I hope you're doing awesome, and I wish you the best of luck on your endeavors. Christmas, I hope that you're doing well. Who's next? I met Dino at a pool party. A very long roller coaster of emotions and...
You sound like you're gonna cry. Do you need a tissue? Are you okay?
Dino was a very interesting person. It was a lot of firsts for me. In the end, I got my heart broken. Lots and lots of therapy sessions spent talking about this person. So what is your name? Dino. Did you know I liked you? She said, yeah. If you knew, how'd you know? She said we liked each other. Did you ever like me? She said, yes. Okay. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting a yes.
How?
What do you mean, how? Rate my personality. She said an 8. And then rate my overall appearance. Okay, she kind of fine. A win is a win. First impression of me. Very core body positivity, been through shit, and healed yourself activist. A memory of us together. Dance practice for my quince. Something you don't like about me. Always will debate. There was nothing up for debate. How weird was this? I don't care. Any final remarks? Funniest disco bimbo ever. I have no idea what that means. Dino, I hope you have a good life. I don't know what to say. I've moved on to better and greater things. The next person is Valentine's. Valentine. Reason why his name is Valentine is because in the 5th grade, it was Valentine's Day, and I told Valentine that I liked him. And Valentine said that he liked me too, and he thought I was cute or something like that. Guess how long me and Valentine dated?
Not long enough for you to say you dated him.
You evil son of a bitch. But me and Valentine dated a little under 24 hours.
Are you not embarrassed?
What's your name? His name is Valentine. Did you know I liked you? He said yeah. I would hope so. If you knew, how'd you know? Your friend told me. Who told him? Because I told him first. Did you ever like me? He said kinda did. Rate my personality. He said an 8. Rate my appearance. He said cute, I guess. First impression of me, he said you was cool. A memory of us together. He said at lunch talking. I don't remember talking to this man at lunch. Something you don't like about me. He says, I don't remember, it's been years. That's fair. When I sent this to him, I was even shocked that he did it. How weird was this? He said, I don't care. And then any final remarks, he said no. Valentine, I hope you are happy. I hope you are well. Iowa. Brief story about Iowa. I met Iowa while I was in Iowa. Met at a pool. We made eye contact, and then we played a few pool games with like his cousins and my niece. And it was just an overall good time. And then we kept in contact with each other once I left, and we were together for 3 whole months. He unfollowed me on Instagram, but unfollows Miss Thing on the phone.
He still follows me?
Yeah, he still follows you.
He does?
Yeah, he does. And I'm very upset by that. So, what's your name? Iowa. Did you know I liked you? He said kinda sorta. How was that kinda sorta? 3 months? If you knew, how'd you know? You kept on staring and trying to get close at the pool when we met. That's not true. That is not true at all. He was getting close to me. Anyways, did you ever like me? He said yes. Okay, good. Rate my personality. He said a 7. Okay. Rate my appearance. He said, okay, she kind of fine. Okay, thanks. Thanks for calling me fine. First impression of me. Shy and quiet. You didn't really want to speak that much when we met.
That's because you're shy and quiet don't mean you don't throw it down.
A memory of us together. He says the hours we spent on the phone talking about all the things we love. Those were good times. Okay, Iowa.
All these answers, he acknowledges the fact that you two were in a relationship.
Something you don't like about me. He said, there's not anything I dislike about you anyway.
Stop
How weird was this? He said I had fun. I'm glad he had fun. And then any final remarks, he said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Subscribe and like. Thanks Iowa boy for completing this, even though that it took me 2 days to get a hold of you since you don't follow me on anything anymore.
They had me send it. Sorry.
This fairy girl.
Stop that.
She's somebody very recent, somebody near and dear to me, that I just so happen to be in a relationship with.
And I took these really nice photos of this woman. She posted them on Instagram. Alonia was enamored. Absolutely transfixed. She tried to rizz her up. I played wing woman.
I accidentally ghosted her because I was going through some things because of Dino. You may continue.
Story short, I'm the reason this entire thing happened. I'm the reason for Alonia's happiness.
I'm gonna finish my version of the story. So then later on, Fairy Girl posted something on her story, and it pertained to, I want a wife. Who wants to be my wife? I said, me. We started chit-chatting about books and stuff because her favorite thing is books. Fairy Girl invited me to a thing called Culture Night, and that was the first time we met in person. And I was so nervous. I used sage and crystals and lots of manifesting. And this is what Fairy Girl has to say, okay? So, what is your name? She says, Fairy Girl. Did you know I liked you? She said, yeah. You knew. How'd you know? You slid up on my story saying you'd be down to date. Did you ever like me? No. Rate my personality. She said a 1. This isn't funny. Rate my appearance. She said it's not giving. First impression of me, queer. A memory of us together. You followed me into the woods because you're an idiot and you thought I was pretty. Something you don't like about me is your eye juice. Anytime that I rub my eye makes like a really weird sound. How weird was this? Girl, what the fuck was this? And any final remarks? Obviously, I love all of you and support all your passions. And I think you're hot as fuck, beautiful, and perfect. And I love your personality and how expressive you are and how caring you are. How caring you are and how you put so much dedication into things and people you love. Words will never express how much I love you. Well, I can't say that out loud. That was Fairy Girl. Fairy Girl, I know where you live. I love you too.
I'm calling JSO on you.
That was our last person. On to all of those I crushed on before. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a lot of fun to do. Once again, I will give credit to Deb because this video was very much inspired by her. To all the people that participated in this, thank you. No hard feelings because half of you guys broke my heart. Thank you, Alex, for joining me in this YouTube video. I appreciate your presence. Don't already like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And if you want to see more of me, you can follow me on Instagram at brownhairbimbo. Yay. You can also find Alex on Instagram at wreckitalex. I will put it in the description box below. That way she can get her clout. I hope you guys have a beautiful Valentine's Day, and I will see you next video. Ta-ta!